8 plants that could actually kill you. Plants are something that inhabited the earth long before humans came along, and they'll still be here long after we're gone. Plants can be found in almost everything on the planet. Even in the most remote locations such as the Sahara or the Arctic, there will be some plants that are able to survive. Most of the plants in our daily lives are nice to look at and cause no harm to people whatsoever, but these are not the plants we'll be covering in this video. Welcome to that viral video, where we're constantly dropping bombs of sweet knowledge on you. For those of you who want to become wary of every tree you look at, here are 8 plants that could literally kill you. Number 8, Monkshood. When you look at this plant, you can see why it's been given the name. The flowers look like the hood of a monk, but this plant is anything but holy. Of course, other nicknames are out there including Wolf's Bane, Devil's Helmet, and Queen of Poisons. In 2014, a gardener died from multiple organ failures after they ate the monk's hood. The most likely explanation for the death is that the flowers touched the root before touching his mouth. You see, the roots are the most dangerous part of the plant, and where the poison is most concentrated. But having said that, you also wouldn't want to eat the leaves. The neurotoxins that this plant emits can be absorbed by the skin, so even just touching it can make you sick. When you first pick it up, you'll start to feel tingly and numbness. If you get it, you'll be desperate for the bathroom, and you'll throw up quite a bit too. Your heart will slow, and eventually, you'll drop dead. Yeah, we're serious. Number 7, Giant Hogweed. The name makes it sound like something out of Harry Potter, but in reality, it's a very invasive and very dangerous plant that can do some very serious damage. As strange as it sounds, the giant hogweed is actually related to the carrot. Yeah, the veggie that cute little bunnies love to eat. And I wouldn't recommend putting this plant into your stew anytime soon. Although the giant hogweed is native to Asia, you can find it across North America. It's even been found in the state of New York. The part of this plant that you need to look out for is the sap, which can be exposed by breaking the stem or the leaves. Should you get any of this on you, you'll get 3rd-degree burns, and should you ingest it, you'll need to go to the hospital, and quick. The sap can actually get into your cell's nuclei and make your skin absorb energy from the sun. Even after the initial burns fades, the affected area can be sensitive for years. Number 6, Manchuria. Although Manchuria is the official name, a far more common and more fitting name is the apple of death. Not only should you not be touching this plant, but if you stand under it to shelter you from the rain, the water that touches you can still create blisters. The sap in this plant has a chemical called furbol, which is a dangerous irritant and causes an allergic reaction. And if you mistake this apple for food, you'll get bad nausea, violent diarrhea, constant vomiting, seizures, and maybe eventually death. If you ever in a field in Spain, think twice before eating any apple. Number 5, Poison Hemlock. Of course, we could have had a list of plants that could kill you without mentioning the thing that killed Socrates. Back in his day, hemlock was a common method of execution in ancient Greece. Eating it will disturb your neuromuscular junctions, which can lead to paralysis. It starts in the legs and works its way up the body. When it reaches the heart, that's when you really need to start worrying. To kill a person, you only need 6 to 8 leaves, or just a few bits of the roots, or just a couple of the seeds. Number 4, Water Hemlock. Sounds familiar? There are 4 species of this plant and all of them are poisonous, but the water hemlock is far more dangerous. The roots of this plant might look like a parsnip, but if you eat them, they can overstimulate the nervous system, causing nausea, stomach pain, breathing difficulties, kidney issues, irregular heartbeats, tumors, seizures, followed by death. That's quite the mix of symptoms. The plant is so deadly, it can kill a cow within 15 minutes. Number 3, Angel's Trumpet. The petals of this flower can be 20 inches long and 14 inches wide. The name comes from the fact that it looks like a trumpet, and that eating it causes the angels to blow the trumpet to announce your arrival into heaven. Ingesting the flower can cause you to hallucinate. And for that reason, some people do it for recreational purposes. This is often what causes people to die. After the hallucinations, you become confused. You get a fever and immense thirst. Your heart beats faster as you struggle to breathe. Your blood pressure changes. You become paralyzed. And then, it's all over. Number 2, white snake roots. This plant is so dangerous that you don't need to eat it for it to kill you. If a cow eats it and you then drink their milk or eat the cow, you could die. Can you imagine? You're casually out milking your cow. You take the bucket of milk inside and pour yourself a glass. And boom, you're out of there. Makes you think twice, right? The so-called milk sickness has caused thousands of deaths, including Lincoln's mother. Within the plant, there's a nasty chemical called tramadol, which causes trembling, vomiting, intestinal damage, and then death. Before we get to number 1, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. It's a little known fact that subscribing to this channel will give you 7 years of good luck. And now, number 1, Jacurity. Another name for this plant is rosary pea, and that's because the colors are similar to the rosaries worn by Catholics. If you're ever in Indonesia and you see some nice looking berries, perhaps it's best you keep away. In our cells, we have what's known as ribosomes, and they help us synthesize proteins. The abrin in the Jacurity deactivates the ribosomes. This causes nausea, vomit, diarrhea, internal bleeding, organ damage, and you guessed it, death. While most of the plants in the world can be eaten by creatures of some sort, the ones on this list should not ever be eaten by anyone. It's scary to think that Mother Nature would be able to produce plants that are not only able to kill us, but could also lead to such a slow and painful death. Let's just say this, we're not out to scare you, but just to make sure you stay aware. So next time you're out on a hike or a camping trip, keep an eye out for these plants. Comment down below if you know any others. Thanks for watching.